But we begin with CBS News White House reporter Olivia Rinaldi. Thanks for joining us, Olivia. President Trump, as you know, said that we're going in reference to sending troops to Chicago. So once that happens, I think the question people are asking, too, is then what?
Well, good evening, Jerika. Yeah, it's a question of when, not if the president is indeed going to send those National Guard troops into Chicago. We know that there has been a massing of federal agents at the Great Lakes Naval Station near Chicago, and they say that those federal agents are, ICE enforcement officers who are there to help with some immigration raids. But today, the president definitively said that he has essentially made the decision to go into Chicago. And he said, we're going in, but he didn't add when. He later said that he feels he has an obligation to go and that it's not a political thing. Later on, the president said that he hopes that Governor Pritzker of Illinois would call him and ask for the invitation for those National Guard troops to go into Chicago. Now, Governor Pritzker said that's not going to happen. And the mayor of Chicago actually placed the blame on red states, saying that a lot of the gun violence that they're seeing happen in their cities in Chicago are actually being trafficked from red states like neighboring Indiana. Also, their attorney general said they're preparing for a lawsuit if the National Guard were to be put on the streets in Chicago. So, Jerika, all of this to say that those local officials on the ground in the Windy City are certainly getting prepared for a showdown with federal officials here.
And Olivia, a federal judge has ruled that sending military troops to Los Angeles in June was illegal. So this afternoon, the president announced this case, he said, is going to the Supreme Court.
That's right. This White House says that they plan to fight that federal judge ruling that the Trump administration had violated what's called the Posse Comitatus Act. This is a 147-year-old rule that essentially says that the military cannot be used to carry out civilian law enforcement. This is essentially the basis of democracy in the U.S. post-Civil War, that the military not get involved in civilian disputes. That they're left to deal with things outside of the U.S., not here on the ground. So the White House says they plan to appeal this ruling. There's a stay on it right now. There are still 300 National Guard members who are on the ground in Los Angeles. This rule applies to them, but we do know that this administration plans to appeal that ruling and take this essentially all the way up to the Supreme Court, having them weigh in on yet another key part of Trump's administration agenda.
Yeah, there's so many layers to fighting crime. Olivia Rinaldi, thank you so much.